Hey moguls, it's Dr. T here. We're going to do an upgrade that's designed to bring millions of dollars of value to you in both quality of life and to your bank account. So let's dive in. So, the upgrade we're doing today has to do with being able to receive what is happening for you and receive the upgrade that is coming in regardless of whatever package it's coming in, whatever it looks like. Because I know a lot of you are going through really difficult things, and you have been for a long time. I completely relate to that, understand that. And I know that there are things that happen in this life that feel like there's no freaking way that they could possibly be an upgrade. And even if they are, what I refer to as a forced upgrade, because there's some, you have to react to something, you have to address something that's occurring that's not going well, that came into your life, that happened as a happenstance, whatever it might be. And even if it's a forced upgrade, where it's like, okay, I know things will be better because of this, it doesn't mean it's easy. And life can really feel like it's just one series of frustrations and difficulty and bitterness and challenges with a little bit of joy in there. I understand. So I really want to tune you into the fact that with our human design, which if you have not done your human design and gotten your free human design chart yet, go to theempirecompany.com, click on human design. It'll take you there and you get a free one. It's really cool. But our human design is designed to create a certain awesome reality for humanity. It just is. Everybody's design is. And the universe, the multiverse, the planets, everything is constantly giving us signals throughout any given day. That's why there's so much rolling through our reality field. We're getting signals, we're getting navigation, we're getting communication. And there's always the evolutionary process doing all it can to upgrade us. Now, what we know is that sometimes people don't follow those signals. They don't follow the upgrades when they're easier, smaller, lighter. Then they get slammed into forced upgrades later because they ignored it. We get all that. But I just want to have a general upgrade for all of you to have the capacity that to know, to feel, to believe, and to just assert into your life, integrate that everything that is occurring is trying to get us to our next level of evolution. That's all evolution is ever doing. And when you get that, and you also understand that there is stuff happening that is happening because the stuff got ignored by individuals, by the collective, by your family, by the community, whatever it is. And that because we tend to ignore upgrades as a culture when we need them, and we wait and we postpone and we bitch and complain and we don't do them, we just need to understand that things can feel harsher because evolution is doing all it can to get you there. And if we experience some hurt and damage along the way, it's going to make it, it's going to do everything to make that happen. And it's going to keep forcing the upgrade to occur. And the survival of the fittest process is also in progress, which is keep going, keep upgrading, keep getting smarter, keep getting better, keep getting higher frequency. Let's get all of humanity up into the higher realms. And it's going to do everything. And it will push us along. It will make us go because every single second of every day, that's what it's trying to do. That's what it's doing. And we can either be kicking and screaming, as they say, and just being like, this whole scenario sucks here, or the scenario sucks that you're dealing with, or whatever it is. The years, few years, whatever's going on in your world. Or we can understand that evolution is always trying to get the entire collective of humanity to a higher frequency, higher reality, simplicity, ease, flow, because we've created a massively complicated world when we could have just programmed ourselves for anything. We could have just programmed ourselves that everybody has everything they need, and we would just program that and it would be so. because everything is programming. So it's always trying to happen for us. And having had experiences and having transformed people through very difficult experiences, it is always clear that an upgrade is in progress. It is trying to happen. And in the survival of the fittest, those that will go with the upgrade when it's given will have an easier time. And those will go with the upgrade that is when it is forcefully given will have an easier time. And those that, even if they don't feel that yet, who can understand that whatever shit you're dealing with at this moment of your life, there is an upgrade trying to happen for you. And this is part of it. So in that way, and I don't give me any example, whatever the example is, you say, what about this? And what about people kill people and all of this stuff? There are upgrades for the collective trying to happen. Always. So if we can see that, if we can connect with that and go, well, this sucker hurts, it's kind of a bitch, it's excruciating, but ask ourselves, connect with ourselves, what is this trying to get me to gain, to be better at, to know, to evolve to have, to deal with, and to become the next best version of ourselves? What is it trying to get me to become as a part of the collective evolutionary upgrade in humanity? What's it trying to get my micro evolution and as part of the macro evolution to do? So it can really be a whole different level of life when we can understand that. So I'm going to give an example of something. So like say somebody has a relationship and it ends and they realize, oh my God, this is such a terrible relationship. Can't believe I fell for this, da, 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 whatever it might be. This was awful. This person did this and that. I wasted my life, da, 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 da. A lot of these factors may or may not be holistically true, universally true, but they may be true for you. But when you put all that aside and say, what is that experience trying to get me to become? What's it trying to get me to be able to do? What's it trying to make happen through this thing that might be like, shit, this was torturous. And now I got to do work on myself because this is la 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 la, this happened and now I got to work on myself. Isn't it fascinating that it gets you to work on yourself when you might not have done that? When you might not have made your next best self your primary focus and purpose of your life. Because people are like, what's my purpose? It's like your next best self is your purpose. Your next best self is your foundational purpose, and what follows, helping humanity, making a contribution, making a new product, service, solution, whatever it might be. But the foundation is your next best self. So the invitation is for you to go all the way into a complete connection to the fact that whatever is occurring is doing all it can to try to very much get you to your next best self, to the next stage of evolution. And even if it doesn't appear like it at all, I really challenge you to take a look at that. And what is this situation, this thing, these uh, things that are happening in your life? What's it trying to get me to become? To who's it trying to get me to become? What's it trying to get me to do? Okay, so sometimes, right, if it takes a crappy relationship or one that you experienced that way, which is never just holistic, it's never all just one thing, but if the net is that, and that's what it took for evolution to finally get you to work on yourself so that you are the next best version of yourself, so that you only attract like makes like, frequency makes frequency. And so that situation got you through all of that excruciating pain to finally wake up and become a more conscious being. This is what it's doing, because it was doing that before and before and before, and everywhere you ignored it and thought that life was just sucky, you didn't get that evolution was trying to get you up to the top level of reality. So this is your invitation to really go there. And I'm right there with you. I'm taking that to a next level in my world as well. That there are great forces at work, evolutionary forces, communicating, signaling, giving us absolute abundance of intelligence that we are to receive to make shifts. And the only question is, will we? Or will we just ignore shit and keep doing the same old thing? Because if we do, then we are literally trying to go against the evolutionary process and everything it wants for us, because evolution does not want a collective of humanity and the collective atmosphere to be down at a low frequency like it is. It's at 200 on the whole. Very low, 200 out of 1,000. And when the frequency gets too low, it keeps communicating higher, get better. It's going to get you to make changes. It's going to do everything it can to get us to get smarter, savvier, more strategic, happier, healthier, wealthier, more peaceful, more enlightened, and more in a state of luxurious flow. So it will win. Even with all of our great free will to just absolutely ignore ourselves, avoid ourselves, and destroy ourselves, it will win doing everything it can to upgrade you, which can sometimes look like a major downgrade that it's trying to do. I invite you to receive it as an upgrade and see everything that is actually occurring for you, every skill you're gaining through that, every opportunity that's there. And in the collective of humanity, what thing that you were given the opportunity to upgrade that is better for the whole of collective society if you make that happen. All right, everyone. So this is a high level of consciousness to go there. This gets boiled down and everything happens for a reason. Sure, yada, yada. What does that mean? Every upgrade you need is trying to happen for you every moment of every day. If you shut down to it, ignore it, it will keep doing everything. If it has to, I mean, it's not trying to make crisis, but if there is an unwillingness for you to upgrade and receive the upgrades that are coming to you, it will keep forcefully doing those, and they will get more and more intense until you are literally forced to make an upgrade. Or, I hate to say this, you're forced out of the reality field, because the frequency of the collective has to stay high, and the system of reality will always do whatever it needs to keep raising it and get rid of whatever is too low. It's just the facts of physics. Because we're supposed to be up at the 1,000 level, and we have the ability to do that. All right, everyone. So let's take this upgrade all the way in. Everything is happening for you. Everything is there for you to evolve and gain skills, flow, and a life where you are in a constant state of growth. Radiating that growth and that frequency out into the rest of humanity and doing your part in being part of the collective high frequency category of reality so that it exists and other people can rise into that, and we can have an entire collective paradigm shift where everybody sits in that level. And yet we all need to do our part. So I invite you to do yours and take the upgrade as they come, and then take it and receive it and do it. And in whatever way, shape, or form they come, see them all as upgrades. All right, moguls, way to take this upgrade in, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.